going to scooch back here in just a minute. And I'm live on YouTube and Facebook currently. This is a launch of something that is really exciting because I honestly didn't think I would ever do something like this. Can we get in the comments just that the sound is coming through clearly so that I know that that is great? So Bree or Jess, let me know that it sounds good on both Facebook and YouTube. So Sing Beyond, this is my little heart project that blossomed out of so many things. I'm coming to you live from Bali. I used to live in New York City, so that transition has been a huge part of blossoming into working more in depth with the voice. And you think, you were an opera singer in New York City, didn't you work so in depth with the voice? And to a degree I did. I was taking so many lessons, I was auditioning, I was singing every day, but I hadn't turned it into my own personal practice, which led to things not going so well. It also led to me taking a huge break. I wrote a whole program, which is how I met Jess and Bree, who are my support team here, called The Art of Touch. And it's very interesting how that whole movement into just embodiment actually brought me back to my voice. So Sing Beyond is about embodied singing, about spiritual singing, about connecting with more than just this mechanism here. So today we are going to do some exercises together to kickstart this beautiful program. And I'm going to explain to you everything that's involved. You're going to see my process. You're going to see that I am a very casual and casual and in the moment person. I also tell things like they are, and so I think that people feel a lot of comfort working with someone like that. I'm from Idaho, so I have these like down home, small town roots, not a big city girl. So yeah, that's my vibe, and welcome. I am excited to have you here. I hope you have had a fantastic Wednesday for those of you in the States, and that those of you here in Bali with me, thank you for getting up early to come sing with me, because I know early morning singing is not everybody's favorite. It's not my favorite. I like to sing afternoon. But every morning I get started with this same thing that I'm about to teach you. This is my favorite exercise for the voice. And I'm going to check and make sure. Okay, sound is okay. Let me turn that up just a smidge. How's the sound? Wait, yeah, I think that's the right button. How's the sound now? So this exercise is my favorite exercise for the voice. No voice teacher teaches this exercise. This is something I made up completely on my own. It came from an amalgamation of many different vocal and embodiment techniques, and it is about setting up the body for good singing. So what we're going to do is create a foundation to use our voices well. Okay, cool, much better. Thank you for being here, loves. So we're going to get started. Before we start the exercise, let's ground with some my favorite new syllable to sing on, which is Om. And it's really interesting because from a classical background perspective, I had a lot of teachers talk about vowel sounds and the different parts of the voice it opens up, and this is true to a point, but essentially every sound we make comes through that ah or almost a little bit ah sensation, because if you have an open enough mechanism, meaning that the voice is moving up, the space of the resonators is moving up into the head and also down into the chest and even lower if you can really feel it. So we're talking full embodied singing where the sound is moving all the way up from pelvic floor to crown, truly. But you can actually physically feel things in the back of the mouth. You might even physically feel things in the throat. And then you'll also physically feel things in the abdomen and in the pelvic area, the womb for the women, sex for the men. Okay? So my approach is that singing is a full body experience. Okay? So as we sing Om, what I've been taught about Om is that it has 3 sounds. Ah, U, Om. And the ah sensation, ah, is from pelvic floor to navel. The oo is from navel to throat. And the begins in the throat and goes upward. So that's where our celestial sound is from here up. So also you can think of it in chakras, you can think of it in anatomy, whichever way works for you. I like to use many different approaches because there's many different ways to understand. I'm going to make a slight adjustment here and close this because I don't want... I'm trying to make sure we have good bandwidth here. Okay, so Om, and you can sing this on any note you want. So I like to start low in the morning. It's when my low voice is the best. And I can also feel a lot more of the space with the low voice. It's not my favorite to sing high until I feel thoroughly warmed up. But if you're more comfortable in your middle or high range right now, it is later in the day for a lot of you, try that. So we're thinking of the whole body as this elliptical cavern, okay? You can feel it from your pelvic floor all the way up. So when we breathe in, we're going to breathe into the pelvic floor, and then we're going to feel that ah start right where we breathe to. So you breathe to your pelvic floor, and then you're going to send it upward, okay? So as you breathe in, you're creating that space, and then you're going to feel the Aum going up, okay? And I use my hands a lot. I really encourage you to use your hands as well. It helps when we are singing to use our hands to create even more reminders, because everything that happens, I'm talking a lot of hints, but this is good information. Everything that happens inside of the body is very subtle. The vocal folds are very small. The mechanisms are small. We're not looking at what we're doing. So when we can create other places that mimic the space that we want to feel inside the body, we are able to feel it better. So when I'm doing these things, it's because it helps me feel what's happening in the body. Okay? And as you develop your practice, it'll become more automatic and you can do it from a more still place. But for now, this is very beneficial, very helpful, and I still use it. You know, I've been singing since I was 3 years old, training since I was 9. So we're gonna breathe very deeply, and then Om. Ready? Breathe in. Okay, I'm going to do a few more of these. I can already feel the body relaxing. I can feel the voice relaxing. After talking, it gets a little agitated. So we're going to breathe again. And when you close to that M, we're keeping that same space. The only thing that's changing is the mouth is closing as you go from ah to Nothing in the back shifts. Everything stays very open. Nothing in the body shifts. And as you feel your breath moving, to keep releasing the abdomen rather than tightening. So we don't want this sensation happening as we exhale. Okay, so breathe in. You can always check if you have enough space. There's a little pocket that doesn't really open up when we speak, but if we are singing, we are unlocking the jaw, and there's a little pocket here. So when I'm singing Om, that's open. So it's such an open sound. We've got openness in the body from perennial floor to crown. We've got openness in the back of the mouth and in this pocket space. We've got openness in the chest. I like to position my body slightly forward. It's good posture too. And feel that alignment. We're going to do 2 more, and then I'm going to lead you into taking this Om more into the body to really ground you and set you up for a great day of singing. Okay? So, let's do 2 more. Really feeling this cavity. I like to say as above, so below, but this is also as outside, so inside. We're creating this space. So breathe in. Feel it resonate in your body. If any emotions come up while you're singing, that's very normal, very natural. Singing is an emotive art form. When I was little, I would sing, and I would start getting tears. And then as a professional singer, my teachers would tell me to sing in the sob cry area. You know, we are full of so much emotion, and the voice is how we convey a lot of that. We can convey so much through the sound of our voice. Let's do one last Om like this. Okay, so breathe in deeply. I like to make my little fluttery fingers, spinny fingers to remind the voice to keep spinning, keep moving. Okay, so that is the singing part of the exercise. Now, the other part of the exercise is embodiment. Now, you might be surprised by this. We're not going to focus so much on this part, although first week of Sing Beyond, I'm going to teach you some relaxation techniques for the throat because it is very important, and we're going to open that up. But we're actually going to start way lower today in the body to prepare for healthy singing. And this is foundational for any type of body activity you're going to do, singing, running, dancing, is to begin in the feet. So I give my feet love every morning, and it's like this. I'm sitting on the ground, and I'm very casual about it. So I'm gonna pull my pillow over here, get really comfy. So get comfy with me. Find a nice spot on the floor, prop your phone up, and I just begin with wherever I feel called, right foot or left foot. Today, my right side is feeling like it wants extra attention, so I'm going to begin there. And I do this very intuitively. It's quite important that we listen to our bodies. Voice opening, voice freedom comes from body awareness. So we are tuning in to the instrument, starting with the feet. And you know that you've heard of foot reflexology. Our feet connect to everything else in our body. So it's a great place to begin. It's also great to begin with the feet because um, they are the foundation that we stand on. They take us everywhere. They support us. I like to thank my feet, you know. So um, what I begin with is light massage. I just take my thumbs and knead into my feet. I usually begin right below the ball arch, in the arch of the foot, and work my way around. The part I add to this is as I am working on the foot, I tune in because our voice is able to connect to the frequencies going on, the vibrations, the alignments, whatever you want to say, and we are attuning the body. Okay, so this is both scientific and spiritual here, where you can send frequency to a place and it will help it to resonate and vibrate on a different level. So if my foot is needing attention, I actually intuitively will start humming and ask what frequency is going to help release whatever tension is happening here. So if I have a tension, which I do right here, and I can tune into that and find the frequency. Sometimes I have to hum a little bit, but I'm going to hum. So I'm going to hum through that same Om space. And as you notice, my pitch changed during that hum because I will tune into what's going on, and it'll move around a little bit, usually pretty close to the pitch. I don't jump around. The body tends to be pretty consistent with where it's at. So hum with me and get your feet massaged. Oh, it's so good to give the body this kind of care. Sometimes things will shift and change, and that's all part of the process. So I work on the foot, massaging the whole thing. And I don't switch legs until I've done the entire leg. So I work my way entirely up. I'm going to show you this process quickly, but we're going to stay on the call for a while, this class, and you'll have an opportunity to keep doing this practice while I explain more about Sing Beyond. So the next thing I do after I've thoroughly kneaded my feet with my thumbs is I work on the joint here. So sometimes I will just play with this part and squeeze to release some tension here. And that's kind of fun because your big toe will respond and it's like, oh, I'm controlling it through a button. Get very playful. Playful's great. And the voice can start to move and do different things. You know, your practice doesn't have to be so serious the whole time. You can get playful. Sometimes I will make other sounds while I'm doing this. Like for relaxation, I will do lip trills. And I'll shake the foot to really loosen things up and see. There was a time when I would do this and my foot would hardly move, which meant there was a lot of tension here in this joint. So it's been quite the process to release and open the body, which has released and opened the voice. So the next part with this joint is to move it in circular motions, and it's still a little resistant to it, but this joint moves in a circle, and if you can keep it relaxed, try different things with the voice. I like coming back to the because it is a check-in, like, okay, am I really open? Because if I E, I can make it sound pingy and forward, but it might not be open. And see, even there I can hear the voice, a little tired, it's early morning. So that note's a little bit closed off in the back. So if I can open it more up, let's see. Yeah, it's still a little tired. So I'm going to work my way up the leg, and I need this muscle as well. And then I like to just play with this here and loosen this up. Let it relax, remind it to relax. If I tend to carry a lot of tension in this muscle here all the way through. So I will hone in on extra tension there and squeeze, 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 squeeze. And it's kind of painful sometimes, but if I can find that and then sing into it, see, there's something there. And letting the voice release and get open and big is really key to helping the voice-body connection. So we release that, we open that up. The next thing I do is my knees, and I stretch my legs straight out for that, and I just play with the kneecap, moving it around, and I will sing to it. And then I work my way up into the thighs, just massaging these muscles again. And my tension tends to be down here, but maybe yours is up here, and you end up spending more time in these muscles. But once I get to the glutes, which is the last part, I tend to also find a lot of tension there. So I will sing here. And it's important that you don't judge the sound too much. Right now we're just free flowing with the voice, and it's okay with whatever sound comes out. I like to work into this right where the pelvis connects to the leg. This joint area tends to hold a lot of tension. It's where I work with my yoga as well. But for right now, we're just tuning in and singing. So the idea is you're going to tune in to every little part, and then you're going to do the other leg all the way through. I'm going to be a little imbalanced here because I'm going to come up and talk to you about Sing Beyond while you continue on whichever leg you're on and then move to your other leg. Whatever's coming up for you, I want to know. Please share in the comments how this exercise is affecting your voice, affecting your singing. And if there's opportunity for us at the end, I'd like to workshop that if anybody needs extra support with this. Okay, so I'm going to switch over to here, I think. Nope, wrong button. Oh, I'm not in the... There we go. Okay, so here is what we are starting. And those of you watching on Instagram, this is where you're missing out on part of the presentation because I've got visuals on the screen on YouTube. So if you can hop over to there, that would be great. Okay, so Sing Beyond. The reason this came about is because I have moved from embodiment back into singing here in Bali. I was singing at many places here in Ubud and sharing my voice, and things were going well, and then things were not going so well. But I was learning a lot about how to take what I know about embodiment, add to that the spiritual practices that I'd learned here, to combine that with my operatic background and my vocal training background, all of my choral experience, all of these exercises that I know as a singer, and realize that the voice can go so much further. And it's crazy, guys. When I was a kid, my whole life, people hear my voice and they say, wow, you have such an incredible voice. I wish I could sing. And every time they say that to me, my response is, I always want to say to them is, you can. You have the anatomy for singing. We are singing beings. Our bodies are meant to make these vibrations. There's something going on in the psyche that's blocking us from allowing ourselves to free the voice. And I know this now because I naturally had this freedom for so long, for 34 years, 33 years, whatever it was. And then all of a sudden, everything that wanted to hold me back in my psyche came in and took control of the voice, and I started having vocal issues. So thank you, Emma. I'm so glad you're appreciating this practice. So Emma's one of my fabulous choir members here in Bali. I have a live choir, which is such a joy. So Sing Beyond came out of this need to bring people into their voices again, including myself. Okay? So becoming one with your voice, becoming one with loving frequency. Our voices, we sang before we spoke. There's a fantastic book about this and a few other people that speak about this. But we sang before we spoke, and it came about as a mechanism to soothe, to comfort our young so that we could do other things with our hands as bipedals. So this loving frequency, a mother singing her baby to sleep, that was the first sounds we made with the voice. And the others was to communicate, to create these calls to others, to connect. Call and response is a really important part of song. To sing something and have someone sing it back to you. It's also a huge part of celebration. And so as you open up your voice, you are able to access these mechanisms for love and connection, and you become one with everything. Walk outside in nature and sing to a tree. Okay, so that's where Sing Beyond came from. Now, I want to talk a bit about the program. There we go. It's a little off-center. So the program is 8 weeks, and it's designed to take you beyond what your concept of singing is or what your current singing voice is. Something that feels more natural, more healthy, fully expressed. And it's not just about doing exercises, but also understanding why you do the exercises, how it's opening up the voice, what is the spiritual principle behind this, what is the embodiment principle behind this, how do I feel it in my body, how do I go deeper, and then also how do I add to that these loving frequencies. Because when we sing as one of my teachers would say, with a little bit of a smile in your eyes, which is that sob cry space again. It's like the laughing, sparkling eyes. It adds to the vibration you're singing through. If we dampen that, it changes it and it has a different effect. And that's the glorious part of being singers is we can create all of these different frequencies with our voice. So I want to use Sing Beyond to help people access more of these frequencies and use their voice with intention. So we'll have 8 calls, and during each call you'll be led in a vocal exercise just like this one that you can repeat on your own throughout the week. It's going to be very basic, but also very deep. So we will cover a principle, but we're going to go deep into that principle every week. And then we're going to learn a song, which I will teach you a song at the end of this call, so stick around. We're going to learn a song that you can practice on your own, and you can also, if you feel called to, record and send your recording to me, and I will make a virtual choir of us all. So when you're in the group, I'll explain how that works, how you're able to make a successful recording so that I can mix and master it. If you were able to tune in before the call started, I had some of my own mixes playing. I am so excited to hear your voice and see what kind of art we can make together, because singing together is so important. I'm an opera singer, but choral singing is my first love. That's where I started to really open up as a singer and really feel connected to my singing, was in choirs. And then we'll have a Q&A regarding the voice and frequency at the end of every call. And the calls are going to be recorded, so if you miss for some reason, if you're not able to make it, if you have an obligation, you can watch the recording afterwards and tune in that way. So the songs, as I mentioned, song is a really powerful tool for us to connect with other people and shift our vibrations. The kind of songs we sing, had a bad day, da, 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 we sing a sad song just to turn it around. That's tuning into what songs are capable of for us. We can feel and process all of our emotions through the songs we sing in whatever frequency we are in. The songs I've written for Sing Beyond are designed to reinforce the vocal principle that we're covering, but also to raise frequency. And we're going to learn one of the songs from the program because it's one that we're going to add things to later in the program. So I want to get a jump start on it. I'm excited about that. These songs can be used for vocal meditation, mood transformation, vocal practice, so they can be exercises, and they're super simple, so you can teach them to other people and get more people using their voice, because it's not just my job to teach and transmit these things, it is you too. You are a singer, yes, you, and it is part of our voice's purpose to share and to rejoice and to sing together, to sing with our children, to sing with our friends. I often walk in the rice fields with one of my friends here and we just start singing. It's one of my favorite things to do. So share these songs with other people. How is your practice going? Oh, did I skip? Okay, no. How's your body feeling? How's your voice feeling as you continue to tune in to what's going on and sing? So this virtual choir is designed to help us raise our vibration through singing and shift your frequency into something that opens your heart more, opens your mind, expands the body, expands your energetic field, and connects you to other people. So as you are able to send me your recordings and I'm able to put those all together, at the end of the program you're going to have these 8 beautiful songs all together in this virtual choir that we create. That's a lot of text, but I told you the basics of it, so I'm going to move on. The investment. So my goal here is to get more people singing, and those who know me really well know that I am a big lover of Fred Rogers, who was the host of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. And many fun facts about him, I'll share two. The first fun fact is that he was a composer first. So when he went to university, his first degree was in music composition. Every song on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood he wrote himself. If you are not familiar with American pop culture, please Google Fred Rogers or Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and check out one of the many amazing videos. There's so many good things on YouTube about him. They've made a lot of amazing content too, documentaries. I just rewatched a few of those. So he's just a glorious man, and he used song to help children deal with their emotions and transmute and connect with themselves. But the other fun fact is how he feels about the number 143. So it takes 1 letter to say I, 4 letters to say love, and 3 letters to say you. So this number is very important to me. It has been as I connected with Fred Rogers as this beautiful being that is putting compassion and forgiveness and love into the world and telling us that we are valuable exactly as we are. But the fun fact is that his entire adult life, he weighed 143 pounds, and he felt like that was God's way of telling him that he was loved. So my way of showing you that you are loved is to offer this program for $143. And I hope that you feel good about this investment, because I want more people to be able to have access to this kind of information, this kind of transmission, these kinds of opportunities. And I'm just happy to offer this to you as my gift. So the dates. We begin exactly a week from today, same time, same place. I will be coming from Bali. So September 13th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Bali time, which for those of you in the west of the U.S., that's 5 p.m. Pacific time, which is a little early, but hopefully you can make it to that. I couldn't force my New York City folks to sing at 9 p.m. because we know they have neighbors. So that's why the timing. But we meet every Wednesday in the U.S. and every Thursday morning in Bali because we've got this time difference. We're doing a little bit of time travel. It's Thursday for me right now. And we'll do 8 sessions and wrap up on November 1st in the U.S. and November 2nd in Bali. So if you are feeling your body resonate with this, if you're feeling your voice resonate, if you're feeling excited to raise your frequency and become a singing being with intention, someone who uses their voice to not just to sing for the glory of it, not just to sing karaoke, but really to use your voice for something truly intentional. I would love for you to join and be a part of this. So we have a free WhatsApp group, and I would love to have you in there. We're going to share things in there, so people in the program are encouraged to share your experiences in the group, and there will be people who are not in the program in this group as well. So it's just a group of people who want to open their voices and share their experiences. We do a lot of talking about transmuting messages around the voice, because there are a lot of messages that tell us to be quiet, to not speak, to not share, to not express. And we talk about those things in there. Back to Fred Rogers, anything that's mentionable is manageable. So that's what the WhatsApp group is. So you join the WhatsApp group. And, I forgot to set this up. Bree and Jess, could you put the link to the WhatsApp group in the chat? I don't have access to the comments right now. And then step 2 is to claim your spot in the 8-week program by making an investment. So that $143, that I love you. You're saying I love you to yourself. You're saying I love you to me and Bree and Jess, who are facilitating this beautiful experience for you. And you're saying I love you to the universe that you're going to raise your frequency for and you're going to sing for. Like I said, we are meant to sing. We've always been meant to sing. I'm going to turn WhatsApp on for just a minute and give Bree and Jess these links. So that they can post them in the chats. I have the links down here. So the first one is WhatsApp, and the second one is the link to go purchase the program. Okay. So I'm going to close that so that we don't get any disruptions from WhatsApp. Okay. So that is the full presentation of everything. So I would love to sing with you now, and I would love to know how your body is feeling. So let me get back to a different screen. Okay. As we sing this song, I'm going to balance myself out and work on the other side of my body, because every day the body needs to be reminded that it's loved. Every day our feet need to have a little extra help. My left side actually feels pretty good. So this song is very simple. The words are, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. And that's initially how it came to me. But we're going to sing it a couple different ways. Because when we are singing these songs, we are sending messages to ourselves, but we're also sending messages out into the universe. I really love Tonglen meditation by the Buddhist monk Pema Chodron, because she focuses on, in this meditation, sending loving, compassionate vibrations to yourself, but also sending it out into the universe and focusing on different people. Like a prayer, you can think of somebody who needs to hear this message. You are peace. You are love. You are light. You are joy. So it's very simple. The melody is repetitive and easy. We're going to start slowly, and it goes like this. I am peace. I am love. I am light. I am joy. And I've got morning frog voice. So it's just very simple. I am peace. I am love. I am light. I am joy. I am peace. I am love. I am light. I am joy. And see, as we sing more, the voice gets stronger, especially as you're focusing on that Om shape. I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy, I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. So that's the essence of it. I'm going to slow it down so we can sing together. Okay? I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. And I'm singing it hopefully in a place that's comfortable for everybody's voices. Take a breath whenever you need to. We're going to speed it up in a minute, but right now we're going to keep going with this and sing You Are. You are peace, you are love, you are light, you are joy, you are peace, you are love, you are light, you are joy, you are peace, you are love, you are light, you are joy, you are peace, you are love, you are light, you are joy, you are peace, you are love, you are light, you are joy. are light, you are joy. It's so wonderful to slow down, really tune into the body, open up the voice, let whatever sound is there come out without judgment, love it, enjoy it, and really just enjoy that your body is making sound. I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am joy. That's the beginning of that. We're going to add to it in the program. There's a second part. It's also simple, but adds a little bit of range to it. During the program, I forgot to mention this, but we're going to cover a lot of really important principles. So we're going to cover relaxation of the body. And like I said, we're going to really learn how to relax this mechanism in the first week. We're going to cover breath, which we did a little bit today, but I'm going to go even deeper with breath. We're going to do a whole lesson on it. We're going to learn how to access our chest voice, really tune into what it feels like to resonate here. We're going to learn how to access our head voice and tune into what it feels like to resonate here and sing in the higher register. And then we're going to connect the two. We're also going to focus on resonators, the different places that the voice beautifies, amplifies, and we'll be talking about the beauty of the voice there. And we're going to work on the different shapes and sounds the voice can make, and we're also going to expand the voice and try some new things at the end, get a little playful. Jess and Bree are bringing some amazing skills to this as well. Jess is going to do a presentation on light language and activate you in light language, help you to do that. Light language for me, when I first heard it, I was like, oh, it's scat singing. Light language is scat singing. So all of those incredible jazz musicians that are channeling these incredible melodies that they've opened their bodies up to. They've done these practices so that they can just step into the flow and be on stage and just do this thing. It's light language. It's a way of bringing frequency and vibration into being that affects the body, affects the mood, affects the heart. So she'll be doing light language, and then Bree is going to help us with overtone singing, which is a super fun way to really open up and play with the different shapes that the voice can make, the different frequencies, and it can put you into quite a meditative trance and zone. It's quite healing. In fact, sometimes when I'm doing this exact exercise, I will move into overtone singing because it just puts the voice into a different vibration. So that's all the things that we'll be covering in the program. And I'm an intuitive mover, so whoever's in the group, I may intuit that something else is needed, and so things will come up and I'll share those. But this is where we're going. This is the journey we're going on. We're taking the voice beyond merely singing. We're becoming the kind of singing beings that bring loving frequency into the world, that open up our bodies, open up our expression through our voice. And I cannot wait. I cannot wait to go on this journey with you. We're beginning in a week, and it's going to be so incredible. I'm going to make an adjustment here because I prefer this camera right now. Before we wrap up, we've got 10 minutes here. I wanted to keep this down to an hour call, same as our calls that we'll have in the program. So since we have the time, I would like to do a Q&A. And in the Q&As for the program, we're going to be on Zoom. So that'll give you an opportunity to actually share your voice and sing during the call, so that I can hear what's going on and give informed feedback. But right now, just any questions about the program, any questions about the exercises, what's going on in your body with this exercise right now. I would love to be able to hear what's happening and respond in kind with whatever knowledge I can offer, whatever codes I can unlock for you. I'm just taking a look here. I really haven't had a chance to look at the comments. So thank you. I would like to thank everyone that's been here for this call. Jess and Bree have been such a fantastic soul sisters that I found in this universe through doing the Art of Touch, my previous program, which you can still do. It's self-guided now. And Jess and Bree, I believe, may have some other options for you in the States coming soon. But yeah, I connected with them, and it was serendipity. It really, truly was the universe bringing us together as three women who cared about raising frequency, being embodied, and singing. Like, we couldn't have been more aligned. So I'm so happy to have them along here. Thank you, Emma, for being here. I appreciate your support. Danielle, it's so good to see that you're here. I can't wait to see your face in person. Doug, who's already in the program, thank you for being here, Doug. Gideon, thank you for joining us. He's a new acquaintance that he free flows poetry, and we did some jamming together here in Ubud recently. I don't know who Physicist is, but they say they've known me for 15 years. So I'm who's this fantastic person that knows me so well? Yeah, I put Mr. Rogers into nearly every conversation. Oh, I know who that is. It's Jason. Him and I had a great chat earlier today. So Bree, thank you for the love. Yeah, any questions here or on? Yeah, I figured it out. What jazz vocalist for a deep bass voice would I recommend? Oh, I know there's some fantastic ones. I will send in a chat to you because I can't think of them at the moment, but I will dive down my jazz playlist and find them. I'm sure Doug might actually have something more off the top of his head. Doug, so excited to join the program. My homework this week will be to check out Fred Rogers. Amazing. Maybe watch the Tom Hanks movie. The Tom Hanks movie is absolutely fantastic. I love the documentaries even more because you get to see Fred being Fred. Like, there's so much footage of actually him. Tom Hanks does an excellent job of embodying the frequency of Fred Rogers. But yeah, I highly recommend It's You I Like and Won't You Be My Neighbor, which are amazing documentaries. Bree, your homework is to sing and massage your feet. Yes. And I want to hear, like, in the sing group, please share your experiences of how this exercise is impacting your body, how it is opening your voice. You might not feel something right away during the exercise, but it will affect your singing voice for the rest of the day. You'll be more aware of your foundation, thinking of your lower body, because as I when I'm teaching singing, I truly try and move everyone out of getting so focused on this part of the body, except for to keep it open, and truly focusing on powering from the pelvic floor and grounding in the feet. I've been standing as a singer my whole life. Standing. You always stand and sing. And now I love to sit and sing. Cross-legged, not so much my favorite, but in a chair where my feet can be fully grounded and I can feel my pelvic floor, and I will probably do this in a video in the program, but really feel yourself grounding through the perineal floor into the chair. It creates that somatic sensation where you can ground in the voice so much better. So sitting while you sing is excellent. You do not have to stand to sing. Although if you are standing, this exercise really prepares you for that because you've just prepped your feet. Emma, thanks so much for the resetting of the nervous system and the joy of being in embodied voice is so, so transforming. Yes, yes. The voice is not just here, and it's not just about speaking. It is our whole bodies. We involve our whole body in the singing experience. I have a friend who says singing is the only workout they do, and I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? It is a workout. You know, we are using our entire bodies when we are truly aligned in our singing. So prepare to be tired at the end of these calls. They're going to probably wear you out. Great thing to do at the end of the day, and then relax afterwards, or go sing whatever you want to sing. Hopefully you feel warmed up, and maybe you can pull out your own instrument and jam with yourself. Love to hear whatever comes out of your voice as you are working. So maybe you do the exercise and you go sing something you've always sung, and you're like, oh wow, I'm able to do this now. So then you come share on the group, and then we all feel supported, and we all feel like we're growing together, because that is the idea. Yes, singing through every activity, and through every part of our body. Like another thing I do is I have my students just sing through different parts of their body just for a playful activity. Sing through your shoulders, sing through your knee, sing through your elbow, to expand our concept of what the voice is and where it can go and what it can do. And I'm just going on and on and on here. But I see some people just joined on Instagram. If you tuned in a different place, we're going to be wrapping up here very shortly, but this will be on YouTube, available for replay for you to watch and practice with, and share with other people who are ready to open up their voices in this kind of way through a classical mechanism, like classical bel canto operatic technique, choral singing technique, embodiment, and spiritual principles, all combined in this beautiful package that I'm so happy to offer. It's been a joy to lead you today. I forgot how much fun it is to get on here and just talk and teach with the camera. I used to do live streams all the time, which you can, if you want to, you can go down another rabbit hole of that. But I appreciate you being here today, and I look forward to speaking with you soon and seeing you in Sing Beyond, because the bigger our choir is, the more impactful this experience will be. Bree, Jess, and I have this incredible mission in our lives. We all three of us feel called to help more people sing, help them access the frequency of their voice and use their voice with intention, so that we can raise the vibrations of ourselves and others through song, through whatever we vibrate into being, because whatever we're vibrating is creating. It's creating some kind of impact on this world, even on a scientific level of the vibrations that are moving through the air. We are moving and making so much of an impact on the world. And you may not realize it, but you are impacting with every word you speak, with every sound you make. So let's bring into this world something so loving and open and beautiful and aligned, that we are connecting, that we are creating a choir of diversity in this human experience. Let's have a universal human choir as we open our voices and sing. So thank you so much for being here. I love you all very much, and I cannot wait to hear you. So feel free to share any insights in the WhatsApp group. I look forward to hearing your voice. Feel free to share voice notes. Feel free to share videos of what's going on, because we're going to encourage and uplift there, all of us. Mwah! See you all soon.